Hey, welcome. This is Elisa with your Picola. Before you spend a lot of money getting ready to sell your house, stop here. To be honest, you might be in one of two categories. You may be in the category of, I'm thinking of selling, but I need to redo my bathroom and my kitchen, and I need a complete remodel. Or you might be in the category of, you know what? What you see is what you get. I'm gonna put the house on the market exactly as it is. Either way, I'm glad you stopped. So I'm here to talk about the things that you really should do in order to sell your home and get the most value out of it. So the most ROI without going overboard. So category one, let's talk about it. First, this is gonna be your curb appeal and minor updates. These things are gonna include what a buyer sees as soon as they walk up to the door, because they're gonna make a first impression of your home, and that's going to be made in the first 10 seconds. So first, make sure you pressure wash your driveway. Make sure it's nice and clean. Make sure your yard is mowed and you've got fresh mulch or fresh landscaping in the front. Next thing that somebody's going to see as soon as they walk up to your house is your front door. This is the biggest ROI of anything. Paint your front door if it needs repainted. Make sure it looks clean and it looks crisp as soon as that person walks up to the front of your house. Other things that are really going to make a difference that are pretty minor include painting the inside of your house. If you've got a deep dark paint color on the walls, let's refresh that into something neutral. If not, if you're already in that neutral category, let's clean those walls up, get all the scuff marks out off the walls, and don't forget your baseboards. Make sure those are clean. Make sure that the paint looks nice on those as well. Next up is your hardware in your house. This is going to include your cabinet pulls, your door handles. If you've got some sort of old brass doorknobs or handles that look outdated, let's update those into something just modern and clean. Same with your light fixtures. Update anything that just looks old, looks out of place, and looks dated. When you do that, replace those light bulbs. Get something that is a nice bright white so that your whole home seems nice, neutral, bright, and clean inside when your buyer walks in. Next category are your non-negotiables. These are things that you're going to have to make repairs to in order to even sell your property to some buyers. So things that are going to impact a buyer's ability to obtain an insurance policy or that may prevent their mortgage company from even lending them money in order to purchase your house. So these are going to be things that are safety issues. So it could be a handrail that's loose, electrical problem, exposed wiring. Any water related issue is going to be a big deal. So make sure that you have any kind of leak repaired and the area cleaned up really nicely. So we want to make sure that we take care of those things. Another big one is your HVAC system. Have your HVAC company come out and do, a service on your unit. Make sure your filter has been changed. All of those things are going to show that you take pride in your home, you're caring for it, and you well maintain the property, and are going to add dollars when it comes to selling your property. So those are all the fixes. Those are the things that are going to get you the biggest ROI on your investment into making the repair or making the update in the long term in the sale. What to skip? So there are things that you really just don't need to do. If you are in that category one initially, when I talked about, you're looking to redo a full bathroom, a full kitchen, don't go in and spend that $30,000 to $50,000 on a home renovation, because you're not going to get that money back. That $50,000 isn't going to immediately equate to an additional $50,000 in the sale of your property. Do some minor refreshes. If you really feel like the cabinets in your home are just not in the greatest shape, or they just don't look nice, they're they've got a lot of wear and tear, let's look at painting them. If the countertops are really worn, let's look at just swapping out the countertop for something more modern and updated and fresh. You don't need to do a whole gut job on your kitchen or bathroom in order to sell your home. The other thing that you should skip is anything personalized. There's no need in spending money on wallpaper that you love, or luxury updates that you just think are going to look magnificent in the home. Let's keep things simple, clean, and very neutral. And the reason behind that is you want to tailor to your buyers. You want them to be able to come in and see that they could easily change this home into what they envision it, or how they envision it. They want to see that they could immediately take the furniture that they have in wherever they live currently and move it into this house, and it would feel like their own. If they see a lot of bold accents, things that you have done to the property that are really just truly personalized to you, that makes it more difficult for them to see themselves in the home, and can even lower the price or what they're willing to offer on the house, because they know that that's something immediate that doesn't fit their style. They're going to want to change. All right, remember, the goal isn't to make your house perfect by any means. It's to remove objections from the house so that the buyer feels confident in submitting an offer that is very strong in your favor. They want to be able to easily say, you know what, I don't have to do as much to this home as, I made this other house that I'm looking at, and they want to make an offer on yours. So if you're thinking about selling in the Pensacola area, that includes Gulf Breeze, that's where I live, Navarre, or Milton or Pace, then reach out to me if you have questions, or if you aren't sure which projects are really going to give you the biggest bang for your buck. Shoot me a message. I'd be happy to walk through everything with you and give you some pre-listing things to do to really freshen up your property. Also, if you're needing help with vendors, I'd be happy to help with those as well. If you're needing folks that are really reasonable and reliable to do the work on your property before you list it. So please hit the subscribe button for more real estate tips, and I will see you next time. This is Elisa with your Picola.